Hello, everyone.
Welcome to our Sunday stream. Chapati took my spot today, so I'll be sitting on the floor or,
It's not for
or
long.
not. How are you? Welcome, everybody. Okay.
I still cannot. Yep, we are online.
Hello there, Aprit Parashar.
Hello, guys.
Come to India one day. Definitely we will come. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. So we are at our apartment. Great place to be, especially when it is electricity. We haven't got any cutouts for already 2 weeks.
Maybe even more a bit.
It's the situation in all over Ukraine. We managed to restore our facilities, electrical facilities, and if there is no attacks, we will not have this deficit in the nearest future, which is super cool because electricity is such a great thing to have. Okay, so Jackie. Okay, I'm getting my spot.
Hello, Jackie. Hello, Suvarna.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Ju.
Okay.
Thank you. We are well. I just think that probably Eugene today will talk a bit more than me because I'm not in a perfect condition today, feeling a bit sick. Nothing that special, uh, but yeah.
Yeah, so this week it was anniversary of the first year, 1 year of the full-scale war, and we are so grateful to see all that support we are receiving from people around the world who remember Ukraine, who dedicated their time and effort during these days to showcase their support. So in different countries there were different events, meetings, and people were showing how important for them is to support Ukraine. This is really great, and we appreciate that very much. Uh, Also, there were no attacks as we were expecting on the anniversary. Probably we'll still have to suffer it in a day or two because we already know this regime and the actually schedule they use to attack Ukraine. They do it once in few weeks, so the time is coming for that. But apart of that, everything went good, and so many world leaders came to Ukraine during this week. After President Biden, there were Prime Minister of Spain, Prime Minister of Poland, and so many Prime Minister of Italy also, and many other uh, very important friends of Ukraine. Namaste, chat. Namaste. What else? Basically, we received fewer leopards. So four leopards from Poland. They are already in Ukraine, and that means that they could be used for training. So not only those people and stuff who were in Poland and other countries and trained to operate leopards over there, but also our
Bless you, Chad.
bless you, Chappie. But also our local stuff can do it right now because you can't use these four machines on their own. It's too few, but you may use it as actually training facilities and to have more people understanding how to operate these machines. Okay, Chapati has a special mood today.
Yeah, same special mood as it was when we were recording the podcast this week. Yeah, by the way, we're going to share that after our stream. An amazing podcast made by Times of India. There is only one trouble that you have to subscribe in order to get access to the full interview, but it's free. So just spending 1 minute for all the registration process.
We'll give you 20 minutes of the brilliant content. I think that they made a great effort. They really tried to do something special, and I enjoy this podcast. And we're also
very interesting.
we're also feel grateful that we were not censored. So everything actually that we told, of course, there were like it was longer than that, so they had to pick what they were thinking is the best. But anyway, everything we told was put on this podcast, so it's very nice that actually we are seeing this kind of shift. It's very small, and I think the understanding of Ukrainian war in India changes bit by bit, but it's so important to see these changes that it seems like India starts to support Ukraine a bit more than it was before. I hope I'm getting it right.
We do really hope. But unfortunately, same as we're having with streams while we were recording that, Chapati was constantly trying to distract us to, like, in many different styles. So, and not always we had a possibility to finish our thought, to say everything in that way, which wasn't our mind because we were distracted. But still, the podcast turned to be really nice.
Though it's very hard to talk to people when you don't see them.
Yeah, it's
all the video formats turned to be much easier. But anyway, I think it worked well, and I hope that you enjoyed. Anand Vijayan writes, "How are you, Chapati?" And hi from Kachi. Chapati, as you see, she's fine. She wants to play, she wants our attention, and she receives it.
And hi to Kochi too.
So what else we had during this week?
What else? Actually, to be honest, we expected a bit more news.
We wanted airplanes, of course, it's very important for us. But still, and actually it was a kind of a big press conference of President Zelensky on 24th of February, and it lasted for more than 2 hours, I think 2.5. And so many journalists around the world, from around the world, came to Ukraine to take part in that. And it was quite nice because many foreign journalists from different countries asked questions and received the answers. And for me, it's a small, but it's still a sign that we are remembered and that people around the world will hear something from the president of Ukraine because of this press conference. You play with Chappie on a distance?
Yes. Okay. Hello, Becky.
Chapati says hello.
Chapati says hello, yeah. Chapati keeps showing her tail.
Yes.
Chapati
And
keeps.
and her character.
Yeah, naughty dog. Yeah. Hi from Indonesia. Hello from New York. Hi to Indonesia and to New York too. It's very nice to see you here, guys. So Rob need DGP Reds. We would be bringing our indie back from Mumbai to New York. Mm,
Yeah,
that's kind of big job to do, and hope that everything will be fine. Wish you luck with that.
yeah.
His name's Toffee. Say hi to Toffee, and hope that his journey will go easy.
Yeah.
Hi, Becky. Jessica writes, lots of big gatherings around the world this week too in support of Ukraine. I know there was a big one in TO and PM Trudeau showed up to speak. Yeah, really.
I promised a few more tanks, as I remember. It's very important
Mhm.
for Ukraine. Thank you, Prime Minister Trudeau.
Yeah, and so Rob writes that his visa was tougher than ours to get. We do really believe you. We know that from our travels with Chapati, that at times getting these documents for a dog are really harder than getting documents for you.
Yeah, and just it's hard to understand what is needed because
Mm-hmm.
for persons very clear. You get visa, you can go, but for the animal, there are so
Especially with USA, where you need that blood titer test, and I don't know how the situation is now, but 6 years ago there was no laboratory in India which could make that sort of test.
yeah.
So you probably had to send blood to some other countries. Yeah. How did you manage to do that? So yes, lots of gatherings, lots of different statements came out this week. So many countries showed their support to us. Um,
Yeah, I think I felt the support, and I think that I became even more sure that we will be supported until the victory. That right now, on this anniversary date, so many countries made it very clear. So it was very important for us and gives us hope. Hey, love you, Chapati from Kerala, Siamki K wrote. Thank you. Hi to Kerala.
well, what else about this week?
We worked.
Yeah.
uh, we were more on news during this week because of this anniversary date, and of course,
Like actually not news, but watching different movies, different interviews. There wasn't that many news like
yeah.
um, in this sense, but still quite a lot of
But
stuff.
there were some nice
Many recollections, of course,
documentaries
to
on
the
that.
anniversary. Many would make some documentaries about the war and
Yes.
recollecting what was happening this whole year, and not only by watching some stuff, but also it was always on our mind because, like, I don't know, it's probably how people are constructed that at some points like anniversaries you start to think more. So what did happen during this year, like what was the difference between first months and third months and then I don't know second half of the year and so on.
But I was joking, and but this is not a joke. It's an absolute truth that right now every day we live is much better than it was a year ago, because first days in months it was probably a total nightmare, and it was very hard to cope with everything. So trust us, right now, every day of our life is better than it was.
Yeah.
And this is, of course, it's good. And we have lots of hope and beliefs that probably even this year we can get the victory. If it's not the case, we will wait until it comes. But I think this spring and summer they're gonna be crucial as our army will try to make this counteroffensive operation and to get back our lands. And we'll see how it goes. We wish all the success and strength to our soldiers and also to our partners from all over the world who wish strong belief in Ukraine. And we need that support even more, especially when the counteroffensive operation will go and will continue. And of course, we will need another weapons to make everything successful. But this is a great time of anticipation, and we hope that we will get this victory, and of course, we'll take back our land. Because you know why important to have it to be over earlier than later? It's obvious, of course, because every day we are losing our soldiers on the front line. Every day, people who are under occupation, they are sometimes murdered, but anyway, they are tortured, and for sure they are suffering. So the sooner this operation will go, the less people will die and suffer. Okay, Chap, you want to talk with me? I can take care on my land.
You wrote that there was lovely church service in London with paper angels for every child that has been killed in the war with Ukrainian refugees. Yep, I can only imagine that. I didn't see any videos or pictures of that, but I think it's
Yeah, so many nice actions.
Lovely.
I saw one from Vienna, I think. They put a huge heart from the candles on the square. Also remembering people, I don't know whether were children or not, but it was a gesture to remember those who were killed in this war. Check.
Yep. Only Russia had music and cheerful mood.
Yeah.
Gurjak writes, indeed, we pray for you and thank you so much for your support. We are so glad that India is also with us, and we so much hope that your politicians will also start to change their attitude towards more support to Ukraine, not being neutral, because now it's already not a good time for being neutral. You have to choose the side. So we hope that your politicians will go same way as your people who understand all the tragedy and who pray for us. Lots of love to you and Chapati. Thank you so much.
Chapati is receiving our love right now.
Yeah, I hope so too. Writes Gurjag. Jackie writes, the street painted the colors of the Ukrainian flag in front of Russian embassy in London. Yeah, this we know. Very nice and very annoying for Russian embassy, which is Great, of course. Occasionally, MG writes love for Chapati and prayers for Ukraine. Thank you so much. And we will give even a kiss to Chapati. Our writes Varna. Chappy and Daddy. Yes, Chappy and Daddy. Such a sweet couple. Yep.
Especially when I calm Chapati down.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. What else, Eugene?
I think not much. The spring will come soon. This is very important for the moral and mental health and moral stability. Like right now, every day becomes longer and it enhances my mood for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And when the spring will come, I think that it's
Not
gonna be
only a
better.
good mood, but also good conditions for our army to start counterattack
But
operation.
it's supposed to be in April, I think.
Yes, we need to wait a bit more, but we will. We after whole year, 1 more month doesn't sound that scary anymore to wait. Baby Chapati, yes, such a sweet baby cheese. Yeah, but I would probably say same stuff as I did during our last stream, that at times it's good when you don't have that many news because you need to rest from all this intense stuff too at times. So it's better not having many news rather than having bad news. Yep.
That is true for sure.
Yes, spring brings in more hope. Really, it brings more hope. It brings more mood. It brings more energy, more flowers and green.
Yeah. Vitamin D,
Vitamin
which is very
D.
important.
So many amazing stuff.
And more walks with Chapati for sure.
Yeah, of course, because like I don't know why, but this winter Chapati was especially cold on the street, like on those temperatures which never made her cold before, but now like even 0 degrees and she would start to feel cold after, I don't know, maximum 15 minutes of walk.
Yeah.
So during the last 3 months, most of our walks would last really like up to 20 minutes, no more. But the better the weather will get, the more time we'll spend on the streets, and of course, it will be good for Chapati and for us too. So yeah.
I promised Chapati to walk her right now till the stream is finished, so she's preparing.
Mm-hmm. You write, it was shocking to relieve what was happening in Kiev in the early days. Yes, but you know, still relieving is better than when you face that for the first time in real life. That is a huge shock. Now you just recollect that, but you mostly have positive emotions because you are thankful that today everything is different.
Yeah, but we heard so many different information about that. So many things could have gone wrong during Thursdays. So we are revealing right now that we had so many threats actually and danger, much more danger than we were understanding that we had.
Mm-hmm.
Because so many information is still undisclosed, and we know that Russia was trying to murder Zelensky, that they had some different plans of getting to Kiev directly on the planes and the helicopters, and if few things went in a different way, the whole story could went into absolutely different and nightmare way. So yeah, when you know, when you get in this information, you understand that we were also lucky in some things, but I think that we deserved at least that luck, because everything that happened, it's so cruel and
Yeah,
unprovoked.
many people will say that Ukraine has to win because good always has to prevail over evil. But unfortunately, in real life, it's not always like that. And there were really millions of situations when things could be turned to be absolutely different rather than they are now. And of course, before the actual victory, there is always this risk, it remains.
Of course, just probably the matter of probabilities. It
Yes.
was the probability of Ukraine's failure was very high during the first days of the war, and I think that it's getting lower. So we have more chance to win this war every day, considering the support of our friends, of course. And the situation in Russia is there, like having these sanctions, losing their economy, losing their army potential, having these fights inside the elites, inside the different parts of army. Also, they have these quarrels all the time. So having everything combined together, and of course, not only the new ammunition we get and new weapons, but also that our commanders, our army, we are preparing some reserves, and those people who were taken to army, they are receiving some kind of training, especially abroad. So we are getting some new blood, which is very important, and those people are motivated and they have at least some kind of professional training. I mean, it's not enough, of course, because it's only months, it's not years, and of course, the first thing which matters is a combat experience. But apart from that, having good instructors from NATO and being able to train every day, not being afraid that you'll be attacked, because it's not in Ukraine but in abroad, it's safe. So being the safe mind, you can be a kind of a good student and perceive the information which is needed much better than it could be if you were in Ukraine, right?
A good job writes, yes, I'm sure she will love it. I think it's about longer walks with Chapati. Becky writes, so good to hear your positive thoughts about sun and flowers. Yeah, it's also so good to feel those positive thoughts. Jill writes, good to see how Russia didn't get their way. Of course, it's very good to see that. And it will be even better to see Russia totally fail with all their murdery plans.
What important right now is to follow the moves of China, I'd say, because it's not clear what's happening. Some American officials say that China could supply Russia with some kind of
They wrote
weapons.
that they could supply.
China, of course, refuses. Biden threatened China with sanctions. So this is right now it's the most probably tricky geopolitical question what we have, because like, of course, the power of Iran, who already supports Russia, and power of China is the big difference, and I hope that China will not make that mistake.
Yeah, because this could change the situation not to a very good way.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it's gonna change it completely, but it will make our lives harder, of course, much harder.
Our lives harder, it will take much more lives.
Yeah.
And it will make the victory possible much in longer time.
Right.
Which also means many more people to die, of course.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys, I think we don't have any more questions for today. And I think we've already told you everything we had. Of course, we could forget something, but probably it wasn't that important if we forgot. So what?
Thank you for your support, as
Thank you
always.
for your support. Thank you for being with us today. I will share the podcast with you very soon.
It is nice. Please listen. I think you'll like.
Enjoy.
It's unusual a bit.
Yeah. So see you next week, guys. Hope that it will bring lots of amazing news for us to share with you and for us to become even more happy and joyful. Chapati probably wants her walk, so have a good week and hope you feel better. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so bye bye. See you next week.
Have a great week.
Have a great
Take care,
week.
and big
Yes.
hugs from us.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.